Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to share what's in the Knitter issue 199, including my design in this issue. So if you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Issue 199 of the Knitter magazine is in the shops in the UK now. I have designed a pattern for this issue. I'm going to show you what the photos look like, and then I'm going to show you a little bit I recorded before I sent the sample in, and then I'm going to show you some of the other stuff that's in the magazine. So that is my design for this issue. It's called Sea Lavender, and it is a, I would call it a relaxed cardigan, kind of like a cross between a shawl and a cardigan, shawligan if you like. It basically consists of 3 rectangles, 1 large and 2 small ones, and it's very, very simple to knit, and it looks quite attractive, I think, for a kind of relaxed look. It has an all-over lace pattern, and let me just show you a couple of other photos. Tricky to do this without showing you the whole pattern, which I can't do. So that's one of the other photos, and just hold my hand over the charts. That's another one, and I think there's one more. Oh yeah, there. And that's what the back looks like. I knitted this in Cascade Yarns Heritage 4-ply. So it's a 4-ply sock yarn weight. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 400 meters per 100 grams, and it's in the shade Dusky Orchid. You have a few options with this pattern. There are a few different length options, so short, medium and long. I can't remember which one this sample is now, whether it's I think it's probably the long or the medium one, but I can't remember. But anyway, you need, depending on which size you want to knit, so there are 4 sizes and 3 different lengths. Depending on which size you want to knit, some of them take 3 skeins, and if you want to knit the 2 larger sizes in the long length, you would need 5 skeins. So there are a few different options there. So I'm going to go back to when this sample was freshly off my blocking mat, and I put it on my dress form, and I also tried it on to see how it fitted me, and I recorded a quick little video before I sent the sample off to the magazine. The sample hasn't come back yet. Normally the knitter sends stuff back like once or twice a year, so I'm not expecting it back yet, but I'm hoping it'll be back in time for the summer, because I can see myself wearing this quite a lot. So I'm going to insert a video here that I recorded before I sent the sample off, and then I'll come back and show you a bit more of what's in this issue. So I'm going to show you quickly what this shawligan looks like. Then I'm going to put it on me. It's kind of a cross between a shawl and a cardigan, which is why I'm calling it a shawligan. It is knitted in 3 pieces, so there's 1 large piece for the back, and it's knitted from the bottom up. So 1 large piece for the back and 2 smaller pieces for the front. The front pieces are exactly half the size of the back piece. So if the back piece measures 100 centimeters wide, each front piece will be 50 centimeters wide. And when you put it across the shoulders like that, it kind of comes down in a V. So the seam is kind of at the back of the shoulders rather than at the top of the shoulders, and it comes in like a V like that, which I really like. And that means that the front edges have kind of very drapey fronts. I'll put it on me in a minute and you might be able to see it better. You can pin it together, so let me just put it on me. So my dress form is about the equivalent of a size 10. I am obviously not, I'm about twice that size. I haven't actually finished writing the pattern yet, This is designed to fit a model who I guess will be around the size 10, but they tend to be quite tall. And I would recommend that you choose the size on this based on your height rather than your circumference, if that makes sense. Because the size really is the width, full width of the garment. And if I put this on my daughter, who is again probably similar size to my dress form but above my height, tiny bit taller than me, this would probably look similar on her. It might go down the sleeves a little bit more, but it would probably look similar on her to what it looks like on me. So this comes to just past my elbows. So choose the size depending on how wide you want a garment to be. Also think about your circumference, but mainly on the width of your garment. So you can see how at the back it comes to about the middle of my backside, and then on the front it comes up in like a diagonal shape, so you get these kind of waterfall fronts, and the highest point of the front comes down to my waist, and then it goes down to kind of my hip length. So if I wanted to fasten this, I could cross these over each other and fasten it with a shawl pin or something like that there, but otherwise it's just kind of loose and drapey. It's just 3 rectangles, and then you join the shoulder seams, which I did using a 3-needle cast off. And it is, if I for example had 100 stitches for the back, each front would be 50 stitches, so it's joined completely at the back. Let me just take this off. If I hold this like that, and then I can't hold this whole thing, it's a bit difficult. I could do it with somebody else's hands, but basically the 2 fronts are completely joined at the back, so there is no like back neck width area, but it's just the way it kind of falls on you when you hold it. It kind of falls down your shoulders, and that creates the neckline, if you like. Choose the size based on the width you wanted, then you can make it longer or shorter. So if you want something that's a little bit shorter, you can just work for your rows. I think I did 5 repeats, 30 rows in each repeat. I think I did 5 on this one. So you can do 4, you can do 6 if you want it a bit longer. So if you're a shorter person, you might want to do 4. This will all be in the pattern. So I really like this, and I'm looking forward to when this comes back from the magazine, because it is a sample that I can actually wear. Most of my samples I do for magazines are way too small for me and I can't wear them. Let's look a bit more about what's in this issue. So the design on the cover is gorgeous. I love that. That's my design there. Also really like the colour of that design. So let's just have a quick look at what else is in this issue. It's kind of like a spring issue really. Oh, I didn't notice that earlier. That's my design on the kind of inside front page. I like the fact that the knitter do like their contents page shows a picture of all the designs. So if you're looking for something quickly, it's really easy to find it. That's really useful when I'm looking for my own design in the magazine, because sometimes I struggle to find it. That's gorgeous. That's by Mary Henderson. Very classic vest. It's steeked by the looks of it, so that's very exciting. So if you're looking for something you can steek, i.e. cut, that is a good pattern. Then they have like news pages. Up here there's a video about the fibre company. Here is about sorting British fleece, and there is about shetland knitting, and this one is me. So this is quite recent. So this is the German twister cast on and my continental cast on. So that was only out a few weeks ago. So this is very, very recent. I'm quite impressed at how up to date they are. And then there's also like an events guide. Then there's a thing about different yarns. I always like looking at those to see if there's any new yarns I haven't heard about. Then there is a write-up about Grand Shetland Adventure Knits, which is a new book by Gudrun Johnson and Mary Jane Mucklestone, both very known for Shetland knitting. And then there's like a pull-out thing that is on Oksana Dimid. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And like a pull-out pattern feature type thing. So that's quite good. And then there's some socks. meets Sylvia Heidinger, Australian born, like a designer feature. I quite like that. And this is gorgeous. I just love that colour. Isn't that pretty? One of my favourite colours, I think we can say. So that is Sylvia Heidinger Mirabelle. That is really nice. I really like that. Right, let's see what's next. This is a gorgeous shawl. So how can I show you this without showing you the pattern? Right, let's try that. That's a really pretty shawl. This is Sally's shawl by Susanna IC. That's really pretty. And I like the yarn for that as well, like a gradient yarn. Some really nice hat by Sandra Nesbitt. That's really nice. And then there's this men's sweater by Pat Mancini, cabled, textured men's sweater, raglan sweater. And then there is a sweater by Martin Story called Dartmoor, which is not too far from where I am. And then by Soraya Garcia Elshia, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Really pretty Farrell scarf. So the stranded colourwork scarf. Oh, this is interesting. I want to sit down and read this. This is Annemor Sundberg, who is Norwegian. Annemor Sundberg uncovers tales of Norway's knitting history and culture through its sweaters, she tells Rachel Prest. So it's a 3-page feature with Annemor Sundberg from Norway. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. And there's a pair of very pretty socks by Drops Design. A very cute doll by Sophie Jordan. I'm in awe of designers who can design and knit these things. I'm not very good at that. Then there's a tutorial on provisional cast-ons, crochet chain method and a crochet provisional cast-on around a knitting needle. Not sure if I've ever done that. Then there's one over waist jam, which is the one I use. And then there's Hazel Tyndall's method. And then on the back, there is a guest column by Graham Bethune, B-E-T-H-U-N-E, not sure how you pronounce that, Talking Snow and Sheds. So I haven't read that one yet either, because the magazine only came a couple of days ago. So issue 199 of the Knitter magazine, featuring that gorgeous Farrell design on the cover, and then featuring one of my patterns inside. My pattern is called Sea Lavender. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.